Hi everybody, I'm today with Mitch Schock, the CEO of Bentek.
Well, thank you, David, and thanks for your interest and your time in Bentek. I started in a traditional sales and role many years ago in the computer business, and through a series of promotions and transfers and changes, ended up about 10 years ago in the EMS business with a very large, or actually it was about 20 years ago, with very large EMS outsourcing company. About 10 years ago was approached by a private equity group who had acquired a small manufacturing company called Bentek and asked me if I would join their board, which I agreed to do since I had a lot of experience in outsourcing. About a year later, we decided we needed to change the management team here at Bentek, and I agreed to take that position. So I've been here 10 years since then.
Can you share with us in a few words what is Bentek, what are you doing, what's the product and the market?
It's changed a bit since I've been here. When I joined the company, Bentek's focus was really doing complex electromechanical assembly, primarily for the semiconductor industry. The industry itself has matured and consolidated in some ways. Actually, while it's growing overall worldwide, it's shrunk here in the Valley in terms of manufacturing. So we recognize the need to diversify beyond just semiconductor companies. And about 6 or 7 years ago, the opportunity came by to start to develop and design products for the solar industry, the PV solar industry in particular. We leapt at the opportunity, having a lot of knowledge in electrical design, and started to develop some products for that. In the last 6 years, that's grown. We now have a range of product lines. We have 5 patents and another 4 patents for products in the works. So we've become actually a product company in addition to our traditional business, which was a service company.
Can you share with us 1 to 3 the biggest lessons that you learned?
Well, I think first off was always in prior positions was always trying to understand and learn more than just the job I was doing. So to understand other functions that my peers or even my superiors were doing, and to try and anticipate what they were thinking and what they would need. I think one of the keys in that regard is also recognizing your limitations, and that if to be successful in this role in particular, you have to work through other people and accept and understand that they have better knowledge in certain areas than you do, and to rely on them. I've always said I think the most important things, 3 things in this role, are to attract, train, and retain. You have to find the best people at the right time for the position. You've got to explain to them very clearly what your expectations and needs are, and then you got to keep them and keep them happy. And if you do all that, I think 85% of the job is done. Then it's a matter of measuring and setting up simple, honest, and open metrics to define success that we can all agree on.
It's the same about customers. You want to attract, train, and retain. What are your goals? What are you working actually to accomplish your goals, your mission?
As they say in life, everyone has a boss. My boss is certainly my board of directors. My job is to meet their needs and expectations, which is to make sure that Bentek is a successful, profitable, ongoing enterprise. We serve in markets that tend to be pretty cyclical, and so managing through those cycles is always a challenge in terms of retaining talent, retaining cash flow, continuing to grow the enterprise. So one of the things that we're also always looking at is how can we further diversify our business into compatible markets that are complementary to our skill sets and to the needs of our customer base, so that we can provide fuller, more complete solutions, and also will offset some of the cycles that we see within technology. Probably the book I just finished, which would be very, very applicable, is by a gentleman I had actually interviewed with, 30 years ago. It's called The Goal, and the author is Goldratt. It's written, interestingly enough, as a novel, but it's all about managing supply chain complexity and growth. And it's very engaging the way Ellie's written it, but it covers so many things that you'd normally see in a very dry textbook. So I would recommend it very highly, and just as a matter of fact, recommended it today to all of my staff.
Yes. Amazing. I read it so many years ago, and you can't forget this book. It's like it must be on the shelf of every CEO. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time that you took to share with us your wisdom, and we wish you all the best, and we will continue to follow you.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.